it going, friends and fellow collectors? This is Collectibles for Life YT coming to you with a box opening. I finally got it in. Lucifer. It took a while for it to get here. Unfortunately, because of the mail and the coronavirus, it's definitely delayed some shipping. But it's finally here. And look how amazing it looks. It's got that little design right here where the barrier is supposed to be active. And it's got the other Beyblade trying to attack it. It looks pretty amazing. It's got that new Bay launcher. And it got lands right there. It's really nice. There's the side right there showing again. I think that's a... yeah, that's a Uni Achilles right there fighting in. That's pretty cool. The bottom. All your warnings and good stuff. Up here on the top. It's got our two main characters this time around. It's a defense type. It's got the LC for Lucifer. It's got the variant right here. 2D, the chassis. The controversial chassis. And Mobius for the driver. It's supposed to be like a bearing driver, so hopefully it plays out that way. It's got right here the two gimmicks that it'll do. It's right here is without motion. And once it becomes active in motion, it'll spread out the force field. And that's pretty much it for that part right there. The stats right there. Right. Let me go ahead and open it up and I'll come back. Alrighty. I finished getting the tape all cut out. So that way we can just go right into the opening. Let's see if we're going to get the special chassis. You get a special chassis out of the... it's a randomized one. So we'll find out. Here's the instructions. Instruction stickers. Ooh. Look at that. That looks nice. Alright, let's get my scissors. Let's start cutting into this. Got that beautiful launcher right there. The beautiful colors. We'll get back to that here in a little bit. Let's get the rest of this unboxed. Let's go right to the middle. And unfortunately, I don't think we got the special chassis, but that's alright. We got a very cool Lucifer nonetheless, so that's finally arrived, so makes me happy. That didn't do much. There we go. The chassis, definitely an interesting design for a particular Beyblade. And let's get that driver out of there. It's just stuck in there. Alright. There it is. Alright, let's get all this out of the way. Alrighty. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is a really nice... feels like it's metallic, but it's not. I think it's just colored that way. And then we got the chassis with the rubber pieces. Now, the gimmick with this particular bay is that whenever it keeps on fighting, as you keep on fighting, these will break off at that point right there. And that's going to give it a different form. It's going to be in attack mode. But that's the gimmick for this. So if they start to fall off from you guys, that's kind of on purpose. It's supposed to be part of its gimmick for it to fully awaken. Also, same thing with the driver. The driver has the same principle. This right here on the bottom, this will start to get worn out. And once it gets worn out, it's going to be even. And it's going to be a full surface. So this also has an awakening. It shows you that in the instructions. Alright. Let's go ahead. Let me switch angles so we can do the weights in comparison. Alrighty guys, now that we're back on this side of the screen, we're going to go ahead and check out the weight of every particular part compared to some of the other ones. We'll start off with the chip. A 561. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. And then we'll go with one of the more heavier chips right here. This is gonna be Helios. Or not Helios. This is gonna be Hyperion. 322. So this chip's definitely a lot more heavier by almost 2 grams. So that's not bad. That's pretty good on weight part of it. Next, we're gonna check out the rings. Let's see. Got this ring right here, weighing 5.86, 87. That's not too bad for ring weight. Let's see it compared to the rubber one from Mirage Falconir. So that's in 8.36. 8.36 compared to 5.87. So it's definitely a very light ring. I don't know how competitive this one will end up being, but I feel like the chip alone is definitely a good weight. Now for this big bad boy. Oh man, that's a lot of weight. Let's see. Alrighty. 47.15. Let's see. Compared to, that's a lot of weight. 45. Nice. So it does get a couple of more ounces on there. Now, like I said, these later will fall off in the battle. So once that happens, it's probably going to be around that same weight. So they're about evenly weighted in the chassis department. And finally, let's see. The driver. 7.70. Let's compare it to a bearing driver. Alrighty, let's see how much the bearing one is. 6.18 compare, or 17. 6.17? 7 so it's a lot heavier, which it just depends on the kind of build you're going to be doing, if you want it heavier or not. Alright, let's put it all together and see how much the weight is. I'm excited to see what it all weighs out to be. Alrighty. So, all together, the combo weighs 66.32. That's pretty heavy. 66.22. Oh man, that's definitely got some weight to it. Let's compare it to Mirage. 66.22. No, it's not bad. It's about 4 ounces or 4 grams. That's not too bad. That's a very good heavy size. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way and compare size-wise. Here it is next to Mirage. So it's a bit bigger. Here's next to Excalibur. So yeah, it's definitely quite bigger for sure than the single layer. Yup, you can tell the size difference. All right, let's go ahead and do some test runs with him and see how he does. All right, guys, now we're back over here to the ring side, and we're gonna test out the bait for the first time. 3, 2, 1. Not bad. It's got a good run time. It does definitely sound a little bit slower, a little sluggish. I feel that the wind having to break through this is causing it to move slower than it could be moving. People have suggested that to cut them off. I don't know if that's legal or not. Also, other people have said if you like tuck it underneath here, like so, you can cause it to stop them from pulling out, so that way then it becomes attack mode automatically without having to destroy them. That's a lot of different things you can do with that. I'm gonna test him out against Hyperion and see how he does against him. Ooh, yeah. I feel like a lot of that stamina gets lost because of those of that barrier. I feel like it's a fun gimmick, but I don't feel like it's a competitive gimmick at all. Let's try another run. 3, 2, 1, shoot! 3, 2, 1, shoot! Alright, he did a little better that time. That wasn't bad. Let's do one more run. 1, 2, 3, shoot! Shoot! It's definitely playing a chasing game, almost like an attacker, so that's interesting. I'm gonna do one more launch, but this time I'm gonna launch it a little bit slower and light, kind of like Fafnir, or you would want to, just to see if it does the drain effect. Nah. Yeah, see, it's just that barrier. Oh. For a minute there, it looked like it was stealing. It was doing some stealing effect right there. Alright, let's try it against a left spin and see how it does against a left spin. I feel that the best parts from him is going to be his chip and maybe his driver. If these would have been more of a softer plastic, I could have seen it more useful. Other than that, it's a hard-hitting one, so I'm guessing maybe more of an attack type once you lose the plastic, the rubber. 1, 2, 3. I'm a lightning shooter. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. You can hear it tapping the plastic. That's not too bad. As a light launch, I'm surprised it actually had that much stamina. Let's go ahead and do a heavy launch and see what happens. I'll do a light launch with him. Do a heavy launch with him. Yeah, see, with a heavy launch, it seems like that barrier definitely slows it down. Because it's hooking onto the sides and it's causing him to recoil, even with that Mobius driver. I mean, that wasn't too bad. Although, he's not the best Bay in town, so if you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and try it with a nothing driver with Mirage. Let's see how he does against Mirage. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Ooh, not too shabby. Not too shabby against those left ones. I feel like he's gonna be like a left counter. I feel like he's the opposite of a Fafnir. All right, let's launch him first. I'm gonna launch him light. Launch him. Launch them both light. Let's see what they do. Keeping in mind that a lot of those parts, he has got 2 parts that have to be awakened. I can't honestly say how good his performance is going to be until they actually are fully awakened, but just in this couple of rounds, he seems okay. Nothing too special. Alrighty, I'm going to do a hard launch and a light launch on Fafnir. Like I said, I feel like he was built for an anti-meta against left spins. Yeah, it's a tie, so that's not too bad. All in all, is he worth getting? I believe he's worth getting, especially for the reason being that you get this awesome launcher right here. I'm not opening it up because I'm not gonna end up using it. I've already got a right launcher, which I'll compare them right now, real quickly. Let me take this apart though. Okay. So compare and contrast real quickly. The gold is more of a black on this one, which is really nice. The purple is really good. They're the same launcher. They're both right launchers. It's just a color difference. And to be honest, if I would have known that they were bringing this one out, I would have waited on buying this one. But it is what it is. I think all in all, he's definitely worth it. You get him and you get the launcher with it, so it's really nice. The ship seems to be, to me, the more competitive aspect of this spade. Maybe the frame, once it loses the rubber pieces. The bearing, or I mean the Mobius, I definitely have to wear it down to see how well it can be. It's nice to see another kind of bearing design on it. So it's interesting to see that. Hoping that it's as good as a bearing, because bearing is very competitive. And that's all I got for this video, guys. Tell me what you guys want to see. Do you want to see him fight a particular bay? What bay do you want to see him fight? Tell me if anything, if you want to customize it, like what you would customize it with, down in the comments below. That would really help me out to figure out some combos for it. And you know, if you guys are interested in entering my tournament, go ahead and subscribe and comment your 3 combos down below, so you guys can enter that tournament. I'll be making the next tournament video probably within the end of this week or maybe next week. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'm super excited to have him in my collection. I can't wait to see some good combos with him, and you know, that's pretty much it. Later, guys.